So good day guys, today I'm gonna show you how to the chapter 12 of the WLAN concept. Wireless NICs. Wireless deployments require the minimum of two devices that have radio transmitted and radio receiver tuned to the same radio frequencies. And devices wireless NIC, network devices such as wireless router, wireless AP. To communicate wirelessly, laptops, tablets, smartphones, and even latest automobiles include integrated wireless NIC, incorporate the radio transmitted receiver. However, if device does not have an integrated wireless NIC, then USB wireless adapter can be used and shown to the figure. Wireless home router. A wireless home router is commonly implemented in small business or residential wireless access device. The wireless router advertises wireless services by sending beacons containing the shared service and identifier or SSID. Devices wireless discover the SSID attempt the association of authenticate with an access of local network internet. The most requires provide advanced features such as high and speed access, support video streaming, IPv6 addressing, and quality service, configuration, utensils, and USB port connecting printers and portable devices. Wireless access point. Wide range extenders are easy to set up and configure. The best solution would be an install another wireless access point to provide dedicated wireless access into the user devices. Wireless NIC discovered nearby apps advertising their SSID. App categories. There are the standalone devices configured using the command line interface or GUI as shown in the figure. Autonomous or APs are useful situations where a couple of APs are required to organization. A home router is an example of autonomous AP because the entire AP configuration reside the device. If wireless requirement is increased, APS would be required. Wireless antenna. Omnidirectional antennas such as the one shown to the figure is 360-degree are ideal houses, open areas, conference room, and outside areas. 802.11 wireless topology modes. Wireless LANs can accommodate various networks topologies. The 802.11 standard identifies two main wireless topology modes, ADHOC mode and infrastructure mode. Tethering is also a mode sometimes used to provide quick wireless access. BSS and ESS. The BSS consists of single AP interconnecting all associated wireless contents. Two BSS are shown in the figure. The circle depicts coverage area and BSS, which is called the basic service area or BSA. If wireless client moves out of the BSA, it could no longer directly communicate with another wireless clients and within the BSA. 802.11 frame structure. Frame control. This identifies the type of wireless frame contains subfields or for protocol version, frame type, address type, power management, and security setting. Duration. This is typically used to indicate the remaining duration needed to receive the next frame transmission. This is usually contains the MAC address, receiving wireless or AP. Address 2. This is usually contain the MAC address for transmitting wireless for AP. Address 3. Sometimes it contains the MAC address to designation such as the router, interface, default gateway, and which is the AP is attached. Next, sequence control. This contains the information to control sequencing and fragmenting frames. Address 4. This is usually missing because it usually owns the ADHOC mode. Payload. This contains the data from transmission. PCS or PCS. This is used for layer 2 error control. CSMA or CA. LANs are half-duplex shared media configurations. Half-duplex means that only one client can transmit or receive at the given moment. Shared media means the wireless clients is transmitted and received on the same radio channel. This creates the problems because wireless clients cannot hear while it is sending, which make possible to detect collision. Wireless Client and AP Association SSID or SSID name appears in the list available wireless network on a client in a large organization that use multiple VLANs to segment traffic. Each SSID is mapped in one VLAN. Depending to the network configurations, several APs on the network and shared to the common SSID password. This is required to the wireless client authenticated to the AP. Network mode. This refers to the 8.802.11 B slash G slash N slash AC slash AD WLAN standard. AP's wireless router can operate on mixed mode, meaning they can systematically continues the support of lines connecting via multiple standard. Security mode. This refers to the security parameter settings such as WEP, WPA, or WPA2. Always enable the highest security level supported. Channel setting. This refers to the frequency bands used to transmit wireless data. Wireless router or APs can scan the radio frequency channel, automatically select the appropriate channel setting. The channel can also be manually if there is interface with another AP or wireless device. Passive and active discover mode. In passive mode, the AP openly advertises its services periodically, sending the broadcast beacon frames containing the SSID, support, standard, and security setting. In active mode, wireless client must know for the SSID. The wireless client initiate the process by broadcasting a request frame for multiple channels. Split MAC architecture. A key component for CAPWAP is concept in split media access control or MIC. The CAPWAP split MAC concept does all the functions normally performed by individual APs and distribute them to functional components. AP function. Beacons responsible for the packet acknowledgement from retransmission frame, queuing and packet prioritization, MAC layer data encryption and decryption. WA MAC function. Authentication, association, and reassociation of roaming clients frame translation to other protocols termination for 802.11 traffic onward interface. Next, DTLs or DTLS encryption. DTLS is a protocol which provides security between AP and WLC. It allows them to communicate using encryption and prevent eavesdropping and tampering. Flex Connect APs. There are two models of operating for a Flex Connect AP. One is in connected mode. The WLC is reachable. In this mode, Flex AP is CAPWAP connected with the WC can send traffic through the CAPWAP tunnel as shown in the figure. WLC perform its CAPWAP function. Standalone mode. The WC is unreachable. The Flex Connect has lost of established CAPWAP connected with WLC and the functions such as switching client data traffic locally and perform client authentication locally. Frequency channel saturation. Wireless LAN devices, transmitters and receivers turn to the specific frequency of radio waves to communicate the common practices for its frequency to be allocated as ranges. Such as ranges are split into smaller ranges called channels. Channel sections. The best practice from LANs requiring multiple APs is to non-overlapping channels. For example, the 18.11b slash G slash N standards operation, the 2.0 GHz to 2.5 GHz spectrum, the 2.4 GHz bands subdivided into the multiple channel, each channel allotted 22 mH bandwidth and separate from the next channel by 5 mH. The 802 substandard identifies 11 channel for North America as shown in the figure. Plan 1 WLAN development. The number of users supported by LAN depends on the geographical layout of a facility, including the number of bodies and devices that can fit in the space. The data rates a user expect the user for non-overlapping channel by multiple APs in ESS and transmitting power setting. Wireless security overview. What is LAN? LAN is an open anyone with a range of AP and an appropriate credential association to it, which is wireless NICs and knowledge cracking techniques and attacker may not have a physical place against gain access to a LAN. Interception data. Wireless data should be encrypted to prevent being read in eavesdroppers, wire intruders. An authorized user attempting to access network resources can be deterred through the effective authentication techniques. Denial of service or DOS attacks. At access LAN can be compromised either accidentally or malicious. Various solutions exist depending on the source of DOS attack. Rogue apps. An unauthorized APs installed by well-intentioned user malicious purposes can be detected using management software. DOS attack. Improperly configured devices configures errors can disable the LAN. A malicious user intentionally interfering with the wireless communication. Their goal is to disable the wireless network completely or to the point where no legitimate device can access the medium. Accidental interference. WLANs are prone to the interference from the other wireless devices including microwave oven, cordless, phones, baby monitors, and more. Rogue access point. A rogue access point is an AP wireless router that has been connected to a corporate network without explicit authorization against the corporate policy. Anyone with access premises can install, maliciously or non-maliciously. An expensive wireless router can potentially allow access to secure the network resources. Once connected, the rogue AP can use the attacker to capture the MAC address, capture data packets, gain against the access network resources, and launch the main in the middle attack. Next, the main in the middle attack. In a man-in-the-middle attack or MITM attack, the hacker is positioned between two legitimate entities in order to read and modify the data that passes between two parties. There are many ways in which to create the MTI attack. A popular wireless MIT attack called the Evil Tweet AP attack, where attacker introduces the rogue AP configured at the same SSID and legitimate AP shown in the configure. Location of offering free Wi-Fi such as airport, cafes, restaurant, and particular spots in this type of attack due to open authentication. So that's all.